Hi, it's good to be with you again. I'm Maggie Lukowski from Maggie Moon Tarot, and here are the vibes for the week. We have a week packed with movement in the heavens and some important aspects and changes to note so that we can be prepared to have a smoother week. And we start the weekend with the moon moving into Virgo, and that's on Saturday afternoon. So this is perfect timing for catching up on details, planning, and attending to any service-related projects that we might have planned, along with giving attention to our diet as Virgo rules our digestion. We're also in a waxing moon phase, so the energy is right for things to grow and increase as we tend our garden. And then on Sunday the 17th, Mars goes retrograde in Sagittarius until June 29th. And on Monday, Pluto follows suit in Capricorn until the end of September. And when planets retrograde, we look internally as opposed to when they are in forward motion, when we look to the external circumstances. With Mars retrograde, we'll need to have patience, since things might not be moving as fast as we would like. And we may look at how we may have handled conflict or anger or repressed anger in the past and see how we can maybe choose differently. And it's also a great time to do a karma correction. And with Pluto retrograde, it intensifies the Plutonian energy. And we have great insight, see through situations which can actually may expose someone's motives. And we have the gift of regeneration and can heal illnesses sometimes. And we also look at where our lives have had reoccurring patterns and that's held us back. It may be a time of cleansing our internal systems and diet. And the sun moves into Taurus on Tuesday, the 19th, changing from the fire sign of Aries to the earthiness of Taurus. So happy birthday to all those born under this sign. Taurus is associated with love, material resources, luxury, generosity, loyalty, friendship. Can be a bit stubborn, but their heart is set on their desires and they like results. Your energy is measured, practical, and down to earth. And Taurus, you can take the baton from Aries and bring it to completion. And Venus is your ruling planet. And she casts her spell with her earthly sensuality, beauty, and charm. The archangel associated with Taurus is Archangel Shamuel. And he helps keep things moving when we feel stuck and can help us exercise control when we need it, but also assists us to be vulnerable, which is especially freeing. And Archangel Shamuel will help us light our way when we're unsure, taking one step at a time. He also is called the finding angel and can help us discover what was once lost. And then Thursday on the 21st, the full moon in Scorpio rises. Things come to completion. And being in Scorpio, light is shed on areas that might have been hidden or will be receiving messages. And above all, your intuition prevails. Being paired with the sun in Taurus, it asks us to look at what we value, how we feed and nurture these things, including relationships, and to be passionate about our own self-care. We might be cautious to avoid being oversensitive, jealous, maybe too stubborn, although that can come in handy to avoid any missteps or a misuse of the gifts we've been given. It's a great time to put out our crystals and cleanse them, make moon water, infuse water with the beautiful energy of the Scorpio moon. And it tugs at our heart to be one with nature at this time. And sometimes everything just seems more intense on a full moon. And it's been said that we get less sleep during this time. So if you can't seem to sleep as well, blame it on the full moon. And we end the week on a high note, and it's a fun note too, with Venus conjunct Uranus. So be aware of the surprises, maybe in love and spontaneous offers. Being it's the 22nd, a master number in numerology, that double two adds that extra dose of love, affection, inspiring us to take a chance. If you love surprises, this is your day, and if not, give it a go. And this week, I'm reading with the magical and luminous Alice Tarot from Baba Studios, written and designed by Karen Mahoney, and illustrated and designed by Alex Yukolov. This deck has some of the traditional symbols and meanings from the Rider-Waite Tarot, but it also takes the enchantment from the story of Alice, and we go down the rabbit hole with her and read from a more intuitive perspective. And that's the thing with decks that are less traditional. They encourage us to exercise our intuition. So we see and hear and feel the messages coming through uniquely for us. And there's also a new movie coming out called Alice Through the Looking Glass, directed by Tim Burton, coming out at the end of May. So I'm excited about that. And as we start the week, at the beginning of the week, I pulled the Two of Wands. And with a little planning and encountering some strange characters along her way, like the caterpillar, her changing sizes, the mad tea party, the little mushroom pieces, and the golden key, Alice finally arrives at the Wonderland Garden, just at the right time and at the right size. Was this her dream? She stops for a moment and stands on the threshold, taking in the view of the garden before considering what might be her next step, and maybe dreaming again about where she wants to be. And twos expand the possibilities from the Ace of Wands, that spark ignited. And now it's time to be inspired to plan, looking at possible moves. And we're in the planning stages, similar to the characteristics of our Virgo moon. Twos speak to us about choices, and with the element of fire, wands, we're called to create with our passion and our desires, just like Alice did. And even though we know we might encounter some fear and frustrations, like Alice did with the Queen of Hearts and the detour with the Gryphon, this element of fire and the Two of Wands inspires and warms us and assists us to forge ahead, illuminating our way. It calls us to be fearless in the pursuit of what sets our soul on fire. And then midweek, the Four of Swords, and that's where the dormouse sleeps. They're known for their sleeping habits and hibernation, and he attended that mad tea party and now is resting to restore his energy. He's not worried about what's left from the aftermath of the party. The dormouse can actually relax pretty much no matter what chaos is going on around him. So that is good medicine for us. We too find our own ways to shift our energy when we've been going full out or full tilt, or simply rest after a busy period. And with the planets in retrograde, it's also a good time to observe, stay a bit detached to allow a calmness to prevail. And naps are ideal after we've been involved in our planning and executing phase, along with restorative yoga positions, massage, meditation, or just a pajama day. So allow yourself to rest. And your soul speaks to you in the quiet moments, in between your thoughts. And at the end of the week, the Wheel of Fortune comes out. And Alice holds the White Rabbit's fan and shrinks once again, feeling a bit out of control, hoping something will happen in a most unexpected way. And that's the thing with the Wheel of Fortune. As the wheel turns, we just never know quite where it will stop. And will it be a good thing? We've experienced planning and choices of the Two of Wands earlier in the week, and rested with the Four of Swords. And now we trust that the wheel of fortune will stop just at the place we need to be. And with Venus conjunct Uranus at the end of the week, there may be some lovely landings. And I have been taking a lot of pictures this week of the flowers that are starting to bloom here because it's spring. And in the language of flowers, the flower that conveys the message of trust is freesia. And there's a quote from Marianne Williamson, and it goes, "Ego says, once everything falls into place, I'll feel at peace. But Spirit says, find your peace, and then everything will fall into place." And that, my friends, are the vibes for the week. I want to thank you for stopping by and invite you to click on the like and the share button if you've enjoyed this video, and share with your friends. And I've included links in the About section for Baba Studio's exquisite Alice Tarot, along with their beautiful art and other decks, and also a link to my website, MaggieMoonTarot.com, if you'd like to contact me or schedule a reading. So until we meet again next week, laugh often, love much, create your own happiness, believe in miracles and magic, be kind, support each other, and namaste.